This is Lucas Orsvärn from Wolfire Games. In this video, I'll show the changes for Overgrowth Beta 5, one of the last updates before we release the new Overgrowth story and leave early access. Right now we're focused on polishing the game. This means doing tweaks and additions to gameplay, wrapping up the new story, improving performance, and doing lots of playtesting and bug fixing. To make the game accessible to more people, we've added difficulty presets. For now, they can be found in the menu bar under Settings Game. Expert is the hardest difficulty, where the game runs at full speed and enemies have no handicap. The hardcore and casual difficulties lower the game speed and enemy skill to make the game easier. The new story that we're working on has been available to play for a few betas via the menu bar. It's still not done, but we've made it easier to access by adding it to the mod menu as an official mod. In the previous beta, we disabled the dog's ability to throw weapons. That ability is now back, but now they only throw weapons when their enemy is at a certain range. This makes it more dangerous to escape from dogs and to let them see you from afar. We added death hints that are based on how you died, and characters you can talk to now have exclamation or question marks over them. When you talk to them, you'll see the new and improved dialogue graphics. New animations were added when choking someone, and when running with a sword. There are several new idle animations for the upcoming story, which can also be used by level designers in their own levels. Talking about designing levels, we have made many changes to the editor to support the development of the new story. You can now give surfaces a ragdoll or ragdoll depth parameter with the collision painter tool. Touching the ragdoll surface while airborne activates ragdoll, and touching the ragdoll depth surface kills you. Press B while the collision painter tool is active to paint the surface under the cursor. Kill hotspots can now be set to affect only NPCs, only the player, or both. NPCs can be set to stick to nav mesh, meaning they can't leave the nav mesh unless they are ragdolling. This is useful for cases where NPCs tend to accidentally fall to their death. If there is a lot of fog in a level, it can be really hard to work with. To help in those cases, we added a Disable Fog setting to the menu bar under Settings Debug Graphics. If the level is too dark, use the Albedo Only setting to disable all lighting. As usual, all these changes to the editor can be used by anyone who owns the game. In terms of performance, we're now preloading even more assets to further reduce hitching when assets are loaded during gameplay. For those who need a higher frame rate, you can now disable level shaders and GPU particle fields in the graphics settings. If the screen space water reflections are too demanding, turn on Simple Water in Settings Debug Graphics. This video includes less than 20% of the changes for Beta 5, so if you're interested, and especially if you make levels or mods for Overgrowth, make sure to check out the full changelog in the description. That's it for this video. If you'd like to get early access to the game and try the beta for yourself, and get a free copy of Receiver and Lowlight Combat, you can do that at wolfire.com/purchase. If you'd like to hear about development news as soon as it happens, you can follow us on Twitter @Wolfire.